You know, I don't really like that term boss sometimes, though.
Yeah, I'm over that.
I mean, I be here like, oh, you a boss, you a boss.
Bosses tell people what to do. Leaders show people how to do things. Call me a leader. Call me a girl CEO of a company.
What's happening? No captain. We with AO, about to get a plate bowl. Pull up to the table. Let's go.
Yo, the rising entrepreneur is a African-American woman, aka Black woman. And 72% of you all who watch my show are Black, a woman, strong woman. And you all desire to be debt-free. You all desire to build wealth. And you honestly desire to build something of substance that you can own and come to the table whenever you do get married and have something. And I love that. And so all the time when I am around certain people, especially Black ladies who are winning in the game, I study them for a little while, make sure they ain't crazy. Make sure that they come to the table with something. And there's this young lady I've been following for I'll say about a year and a half. Didn't follow her at first. Because I was like, I don't know. Then I saw a video of her and she was dropping some jewels. And I said, yeah, I like her. Then I met her about 2 months ago in person. We share a mutual friend and then she came to the house. One of the most coolest people I ever met. I hit the follow button and instantly asked her to join the show. And so today I'm joined with my friend Ronnie Brown and we're going to get to her. But before we get to her, I want y'all to do two things for me real quick. Number one, is stop just watching. Hit the subscribe button, join the family, because every single day, you got to hit your pause. Yeah. That's Ronnie's phone.
Sorry.
She's just doing, it's all good. But yo, I want you to hit that subscribe button because every single week we're dropping 2 shows a week. And then check this out. My producer said, let's go to 3 a week. So now starting in the month of June, we're going Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And I do not want you to miss any videos that we're dropping because this year is about maximizing our single season. How do we get out of debt? How do we build true wealth? And how do we really maximize during this season? All right, so hit that subscribe button whether you're watching on YouTube or on podcast. I appreciate you for rocking with your boy. The number 2, this year, as you all can see, home prices are just crazy. I remember when I moved to DMV, man, I had to pay a lot of money over my particular house. I'm not gonna give you too much of that information because it's really none of your business. But, I partnered with my friends over at Churchill Mortgage. They have financed all of my homes. I am good friends with the president over there, and they have something new. And I was like, yo, my people need this. And so they are launching something in this month of May, and it's called the Home Buyer Edge, all right? In this competitive home marketing, you need an edge over the other buyers who want the same properties. So Home Buyer Edge, Churchill Mortgage, will help you win in today's challenging housing market. It's a true advantage. 3 main things we're going to get to today's show. Number 1, they're going to give you a certified pre-approval. So this means that you're going to give them all the information. Their manual underwriter is going to look at all your information, pretty much give you like the solid pre-approval. So that way, when you go to purchase a home or put an offer into the home, you already know that you are good. On top of that, they're going to give you a $5,000 seller's guarantee, which offers a seller $5,000 if you are denied for any reason on y'all's financing side. But if the seller does something like, hey, the title is off, the home inspection is off, then they won't get the $5,000. But they guarantee that you are a solid buyer. And they also guarantee that, hey, if we do back out for any reason, you keep the earnest money and you get $5,000. And what I love about Churchill, y'all know me, I don't do debt. And Churchill doesn't care about a credit score. So if you don't have a credit score, if you don't have any debt, they will still give you a solid loan. So go to anthonyoneal.com/Churchill. Check them out. Tell them your boy Anthony O'Neal sent you, and they will take good care of you. If they don't take good care of you, email me, let me know, because I got connections. All right, let's get to today's show because this one is a good one. I've been rocking with you, Ronnie, for a while. And me and Ronnie's been on the phone, and she done called me out about a couple of things. We'll get to those later on. But Ronnie, welcome to the table.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Y'all say so soft. Thank you for having me. So Ronnie, let's get to it. Who is Ronnie Brown? For those who do not know you, who is Ronnie?
Ronnie Brown is a mommy.
Okay.
That's the first thing. I think that is probably one of the things that I'm most proud of that has definitely made me the woman I am today.
Yeah.
Ronnie Brown is a friend.
Yeah.
And she is a entrepreneur.
Yeah.
She is a branding expert.
She is.
Someone who loves to build community.
Yeah.
And she's just a woman who is just enjoying life
right
now and having a very good time.
Yes. When you say you're a branding expert, for those who may not know what branding, well, they know what branding is, but a branding expert, break that down for us. What is that?
Yeah, so what I really do is people come to me with ideas.
Yeah.
And I sit down with them and I help them build those ideas out. I help them monetize those ideas. I help them visualize those ideas and actually make them happen. One of the biggest things that I really kind of pride myself on is making sure that people remain authentic while building their brands out. And they don't have to fake and they don't have to tone switch and they don't have to be someone else. Because that's really, really important to me, that we can live a life. We can get paid being ourselves. So people really come to me when they're ready to really take those brands to the next level. When they already have existing businesses sometimes. And they're like, man, something is not working. Like, I know that this is a thing, but maybe I'm missing something. So we rehab brands for sure. And that's really my gift. When you come to me, I know how to turn that idea into something that is going to just skyrocket.
So that's where you are today. I want to rewind to where you were, let's say about 10, 15 years ago. I did some research. And you was in network marketing.
Yes, I was.
And like you weren't no small time person in network marketing.
Yes.
You were making millions in network marketing, but you're not in it today.
No.
Ooh.
I evolved.
Evolved?
I evolved.
So what was the first thing that started Ronnie when it came to, really coming into money? Or let's go before then. Did you come from money?
No, I came from poverty. I grew up in the hood in D.C.
Okay.
In Washington, D.C., Northeast, Orleans Street. Went to Dunbar Senior High School.
For real?
Yeah, Dunbar Senior High School. So I grew up in the trenches. We call it the trenches, baby. Okay. The trenches, from the bottom of the bottom. And I grew up in a different type of environment with some amazing people who really taught me a lot, that kept me grounded, that I really learned survival from. And it really groomed me into being the relentless, dedicated woman that I am today. And I'm so thankful for those people and that community. So many people don't realize the relationships. You learn about loyalty there. You learn about sticking together there. I learned how to look out for the people that care for me there. And I am just grateful to come from that. Because I think that if I didn't come from that, I wouldn't even be who I am today.
So you don't come from wealth. You grew up, and I know exactly where you were. Even though the high school, they just asked me to come. Not that high school, it's another high school. So yeah, I won't lie. It wasn't a high school. And so you come from poverty. What made you want to go hard and really start building wealth for yourself?
Well, I think the first thing was I had my children young.
Okay.
Right now, all of my kids are grown except for my daughter who's 10. But, my oldest kid my son will be 22 years old. I got pregnant at 15 years old. So I had my
I wasn't going to
kids
ask you for your age.
Yeah. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Let me finish this.
Do your thing. I'm sorry.
When you have children young, I think that people automatically count you out. They begin to say you aren't going to be anything. You're going to be on welfare. You ruined your life. You can pretty much forget about it because now your life is over. And I think that the first thing that really pushed me to go after what I believed in was just letting people know that you're not going to put that on me, right? I'm going to do something different. I'm going to be someone. This space in my life does not dictate who I'm going to be. And just watch. It was that initially. And then I was uncomfortable. I grew up inside of a house where people were addicted to drugs. So waking up in the morning and my son is at, one end of the table eating cereal, and then there's someone over here, smoking a crack pipe, that motivated me to want to change my life. When my dad was gone at work, there was so much going on in my house at that time. People were coming in and out of my home, and it was just like, I need to get out of here. Yeah. So that environment, what people don't really understand is that environment will push you to just really get uncomfortable and decide that you want more for yourself. And that's exactly what it did for me.
So why did you get into network marketing? Because, why are you looking at me like that? Yo, if y'all on podcast, y'all should see her face like, oh, I'm going to let...
Because Anthony going to get these questions. right? But let's get into it. So the first thing was network marketing was not my first business.
It wasn't.
No, not
What was
at
your
all.
first business?
So I owned a hair salon. I used to own a hair salon.
Okay.
And I had my own product line that I was selling. It was called Amour Monet, which
Okay.
was named
Okay.
after my daughter.
Okay.
And I owned a hair salon, and I literally was working in my salon, selling products, but I was not experienced, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know. At that time, I wasn't really familiar with mass marketing online.
Okay.
I got most of my clientele from my shop via Facebook, and Instagram had just came out. This was like 2011, I believe. And I had that business before. And then network marketing came along. So when network marketing came along, it was more of an opportunity. You know how they tell you, like, freedom.
Everything.
Financial stability.
Yeah.
Spend more time with your children.
Yep.
All that type of stuff. But what I really didn't realize at that time is that I put my thing on the back burner, and I had to learn that. And it really does take up a lot of your time. And I did very well in network marketing. To be honest with you, I learned a lot in that industry.
Yeah.
And it groomed me into the leader that I have become today. And I had to learn how to sell. I learned how to deal with people. I learned how to lead. So it taught me a lot. But then it also taught me that I had to go back and make my own dreams come true.
Yeah, that's so funny, because I told you this, and I think my tribe knows. I did Prepaid Legal.
Okay.
And Prepaid Legal taught me so much about leadership.
Yep.
It taught me how to accept no's.
Yes.
It taught me how to be on the bottom. It taught me how to be around other successful people and just learn from them rather than to envy them.
Yes.
And so while I cannot do network marketing,
Yeah.
I don't knock people who do it.
So shout out to, okay, Anthony, you was up in this space.
I mean, I'm serious. I mean, it's like, it's I don't knock people who do it. It's not my thing, but I do believe that you will learn a lot.
You learn a lot.
You will.
You learn a lot, and you will work.
Absolutely. And that's my downfall. Because, I mean, we share a friend who's in there, and I have a lot of friends who are in network marketing, but I'm like, you really don't have that much freedom in network marketing.
No.
Because you have to be going to get to the level to where you really want to go to.
Yeah. I mean, it gets to the point where you'll be at your table on Thanksgiving or at your family member's birthday party, and someone's like, hey, I need you to jump on a 3-way.
Exactly.
And you're doing call after call and living room meeting after living room meeting. And I remember doing a 12-hour road trip. And I was like, man, I remember driving back home with my friends, and I was like, this ain't
the move.
This is not what I want to do.
Yeah.
I need to do something else.
Yeah.
Am I truly walking in my purpose?
Yeah.
I've outgrown this. And it gets to the point where money can't sustain you.
Right.
Like, money can't be the thing that just keeps you there.
Yeah.
And God started convicting me. He's like, man, this is not what I called you to do. Like, this is a season. You've learned what you need to learn. Now it's time for you to go to the next level. And you ignore it initially out of fear, right? Because you are afraid. But then you know that it's time to do what you have to do for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ronnie Brown. So let's get to why you're here. That's just a little bit about you. One of the things that you and I talked about that I think I really want my tribe to really learn from you is that you've built a very successful brand.
Thank you.
I don't see your brand online like others. You called me out talking about, Anthony, sometimes your stuff can get a little boring. Because it's
Did
like,
I say that, Anthony?
you did. You really did. But it's all good. I respect you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't think my stuff is boring. But you was like, Anthony, I already know what you're going to say every day. And you've built a very successful brand to where it's really around you in your life.
Yes.
And you said something to me that kind of convicted me. So it was like, I'm known as a money guy. But if I talk about anything outside the money guy, then people are like, well, why are you talking about that?
Yes.
When Ronnie is like, you're getting Ronnie and whatever Ronnie wants to talk about.
Yes.
Why is that so important to you?
I think it's important because I don't want to get that when I decide to talk about different topics. You know? I want people to enjoy me, who I am, my personality, my beliefs, and I want to be able to, freely talk about things that matter to me, right? Meaning whether it's fashion, whether it is business and whether it's relationships, because Anthony is talking about relationships.
But I'm talking about healthy relationships, not how to get a man or not how to get a woman, but how to use your relationships to build wealth.
Exactly.
I'm not a relationship expert.
And people, once you start just talking about one thing all the time, without allowing people to know, like, I am human, right? There are different things that interest me. They begin to say, okay, why are you talking about this? And I think that's the moment where you put yourself in a box.
Yeah.
And something that I never want to do is I never want to put myself in a box. Wow. Because one of the things that I've learned is that we're always evolving.
Yeah.
If you would have met me 10 years ago, I was probably talking about skincare or just like eyebrows or running a salon or a shop. I'm not that person anymore.
Yeah.
If you meet me now, I'm probably talking about building companies, personal development, branding, marketing. So I always tell people, give yourself room to grow, even in your marketing.
So that whole philosophy of be an expert in one thing and one thing only, you feel as if that's not the future anymore.
I believe in being an expert in one thing and one thing only, right? But I also believe in being a human being.
Ooh, that's so good. Yeah.
So my philosophy is not to challenge, should you niche down and be an expert?
Yeah.
My challenging is going to come in when I'm like, okay, so what do you like to do in your free time?
Yeah.
Right? What are your thoughts on this? What is your opinion on this? And I think everyone is leaning towards this robotic type of marketing where it's like, 3 ways to make $500 this weekend. And it's just like, I am so sick of seeing that. I'm sick of it. Who are you? What do you like to do for fun? Did you see this on the news? Let's talk about that.
Is that why you say my stuff is somewhat boring? Because I'm like 5 ways to get out of debt?
No.
Yeah, come on ahead, Ronnie.
Did you do that? Do you do that, Anthony? Oh, I didn't know that. Don't beat me up, Fred.
Ronnie, you know I do that.
Exactly so. No, I'm sorry, guys. But
CJ! Nah, bro, I'm just playing.
But seriously, we just have to loosen up because I feel like the conversations that you probably are enjoying more these days are the ones about what's trending, different topics,
absolutely,
different things that are happening. And then when you want to pop out and be Anthony, it's like, hold on, where did money guy go?
Right.
And it's like, no, I'm the money guy, but I'm a human being. So when building brands, we have to make sure that, yes, we are niching things down and we are an expert in one area, but we are not being robots.
Let's stay right there, because what I hear you doing is this, and it's so hard. When we were talking, I was like, how do I do this? Because you're right, I actually enjoy talking about like relationships. I actually enjoy talking about like dating. Like and when I say dating, it's not the relationship stuff.
But Anthony, you have been talking about relationships a lot lately.
Hold on, wait. When I talk about relationships, what am I talking about? I'm talking about the money inside of relationships. Not how to get a man, not how to get a woman, because I ain't got one. So I can't teach you or you how to get, a loved one.
Well, that is one thing I appreciate about you.
Yeah.
Is that you are not out here, selling love.
Wait, say the moment. Hey, put the camera on her. Let her say. No, I want to hear this. I appreciate this about you, because Ronnie don't say this a lot.
I appreciate this part, that you are not selling the formula to finding love.
Because, man, I don't know.
That most of your videos are coming from a vulnerable space where you are like, tell me, y'all, like, or what do you think about this? And I respect that.
Yeah.
Right? Because it just shows that, hey, I'm very into money, right? But I also know that financial stability is very important in a relationship. So I can kind of fill your videos out where it's like, okay, let's not act like finances aren't an important thing in a relationship.
Thank you, Ronnie.
Yeah. So let me just say this. I can tell that your thing is like, you better come financially stable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I really want to help men come to the table financially ready for their woman, because I think it is our responsibility to provide for the home. But I also want to make sure ladies are saying, if the guy she meets today only is a school teacher and only makes $50,000, he's not a horrible man.
Yeah, I think that the woman has to come financially stable as well.
Oh shoot.
I think it goes on both sides, because the woman is going to get that stability, that sense of security when a man is financially stable. But relationship or marriage means if you fall, I got you. So you can fall, your husband got you. But I think the question is, if your husband takes a fall, do you have him? That goes both ways.
I wish can we add claps to the video right here? Like, can we add, just add them in, CJ, on today's show? Because when I say that, the ladies hate me, Ronnie. They be like, what? No, he needs to be the breadwinner, and I just want to be a stay-at-home mom. Or it's a total opposite. It's I'm the woman and I'm the breadwinner, and he can stay at home. I don't really feel, when I talk about that mess, I don't really feel that it's both.
Yeah.
It's both and. It's like, hey, okay, cool. I do believe that most men need to come to the table and at least be the foundation financially. But you're right. If something was to happen, can she hold it down till he get back on his feet?
What I will say, as a successful entrepreneur, is that stress on one person is never okay. And I think that it's heavy. And I think that the person that you decide to spend your life with is supposed to be able to alleviate some of that stress from your life. And if one person constantly feels like everything is on their shoulders, and the reason I know this is because, like, I am the black sheep in my family. I am the person that everyone comes to, right? So I can only imagine the stress a man would feel.
Yeah.
Being that person. So my belief is that the woman should be able to have your back as well. Like, it's a team thing. There is no I. Like, I got you, but who has him? So you all have to have each other.
Yeah.
Right? I always tell people, you have to pay attention to the people who, if you're working hard, if you're going through something, if you're stressed out, there's a person who's going to bring you a cup of water. And there's a person who can bring you a chair and say, sit down. I got it. I think we all need the person who can bring us a chair.
This is why Ronnie's on the show.
Because the cup of water is like, take a sip and get back to work.
The chair is like, sit down for a minute. Relax.
Exactly.
I got you.
And that is probably the best feeling for anyone, no matter whether it's a woman or a man.
So last week I did a video on a lady said that she makes $1 million a year. And she said she could not date a guy who makes $900,000 a year.
Oh, wow.
And they did a survey. It was millionairematch.com and asked other millionaire ladies, like other wealthy, successful ladies like yourself, could you date a guy who makes less money than you? So if you make $100,000, can you date a guy who makes $75,000? If you make $500,000, can you date a guy who makes $250,000? If you make $1 million, and 95% of them said they could not. Then turn around and ask other guys like myself who are very well off and say, could you date a woman who makes, nowhere near your income?
But 90% of them do. They date women who don't make close to their income because men don't care about women's money.
We don't.
They care about how you make them feel.
And how she look.
Yeah, and how she look, for sure.
Jesus. But you know what, though? I'm different. I'm evolving. I'm married. I look for love and legacy now.
For sure.
So it's like, I want her to look good. And this wasn't even on the show, y'all. This is not even my notes to talk to her, but you went there, not me. I want you to know that. Like, I'm marrying for love and legacy. 2 L's. So it's like, yeah, I want to be attracted. I want to love her. But also, what can we build together?
For sure. Because let me just say this. You spend 10 to 15 to 20 years building something, and you want to know that the person that you're building it with has the capacity to sustain it, but also understand it, right? And also support you while you're building it. And I'm not talking financially. I'm talking emotionally, right? Because when you're building something, it's stressful, right?
You need some more water. I mean, do you want something
I'm
to drink?
good.
Because
I'm
you
good.
spitting fire today.
Cheers.
But
What'd you say, CJ?
I get a chair.
Get her a chair. You need to sit down.
I definitely need a chair.
Listen, what? I hope y'all ladies are taking notes.
Yeah.
Go ahead, continue.
What I
Continue,
was going to
please.
say was,
Take your time.
The biggest thing that I was going to say is that I feel like would I, date someone that question that you answered. I feel like if you're making $1 million plus a year, if you were to team up, if you were a boss, right? Then if you were to team up with someone who was making $200,000 less, then your boss souls should be able to 10x whatever they're doing. Now, if you get with somebody and you see that they're unwilling to grow and reluctant to grow, that's a different thing. But someone making $100,000 or $200,000 less, I mean, let me just say this. When you start making money and you know your person has their stuff together, everyone is not a millionaire, right? Now, that is cute initially.
Yeah, right.
But can you talk to me?
Ooh.
Can you listen to me? Can we strategize together? Do we believe in the same things? Do you have integrity? How's your character? Because you can get a man with money, but will he give you time or will he give you money? Will he throw money at you because he don't feel like being bothered with you? Or will he want to be around you because you're an asset to what he's building? Can he call you when he's going through things because you can listen to him? Like, those are the things that are really going to get there, even for a woman. Do you want someone who just has the money, or do you want someone who has the mental capacity to think you through things?
So
Support you mentally, emotionally. And then he can have his stuff together, but he may not be a millionaire. But can y'all get there together?
So let's bring it down to the common person, because not every woman makes money like you, and not every man makes money. Like, actually, facts are, black men, 50% of them will make only $38,000 this year.
That's the average income for a black man right now.
Yeah. So let's
Not a lot of people know that.
Right. I've been teaching y'all that. So y'all, she echoed that. That's a proven stat. McKinsey study revealed that, right? And so let's bring it to the average person. If a woman was on this show and she said, Ronnie, listen, I'm like you. I'm balling. I've been working hard. I make 6+ figures a year. But I met this great guy. But he only makes $38,000 a year. What's your advice to her? She says, well, should I give him a chance?
I would say absolutely.
Why?
Because at one point in time in my life, I made $38,000 a year.
But you're a woman, though. Let's be real. You're a woman. We don't care about that.
I'm not talking, when I say this, about man or woman. I'm talking about growth potential.
So you're telling her, give him a chance as long as he has growth potential.
Some people are only where they are because of lack of exposure. Once you are exposed to different things, that person can blow up overnight. Now, if you're dealing with somebody and you're seeing that years and years and years and years have gone by and they have not grown because they're in their own way, then that's a different story. Don't sleep on who a person can be next year. Because you've been and played somebody or curved somebody because they weren't balling or making $1 million in 2022, 2023 or 2024 roll around, and then you try to spin the block, and oh boy, he don't want nothing to do with you because he didn't forget how you made him feel in 2022. So I just think that if we are investors, we have to have investors' mindsets, not in just finances, but also in people.
Ronnie.
I'm just saying.
Ronnie, you Ronnie just said, I want y'all to, man, I wish we, you know what? I wish we could rewind that just live. Because she said, we just can't be investors in money, but we also have to be investors in people. But you be hearing ladies say, I don't want to invest in another man. He needs to already be established before I invest into him.
Well, sometimes investing in a man is not giving a man money. Sometimes investing in a man is simply believing in him and telling him that you believe in him and encouraging him and making him feel special. That's an investment.
And would you say this too? Would you say sometimes you may lose on your investment because you may date a guy, believe in him, invest in him, but that relationship didn't work out.
You may see that there is no return on investment there. And that's okay. You focus on the lesson, not the loss, right? And you keep on going. What does that mean? We're learning. We're living life.
Ronnie, you live right around the corner. You want to be my co-host? Ronnie over here talking my language, yo. But I can't say this because ladies be like, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I think that, let me just say this. As a woman, sometimes women go through a lot in relationships, right? Mm-hmm. You go through hurt. You go through betrayal. You go through a lot of things. I'm going to 100% acknowledge those things. But we can't put those things on everybody that we date, right?
True.
There is some level of investing that you're going to have to do with anyone that you deal with, whether it's reassurance, whether it is just believing in them, whether it is listening to them on long days, right? Some people just want to know that they can call you so that you can listen. But if we go into everything with the I don't have anything to give, what you got for me mindset, then everybody's going to be lonely, you know? And I'm not saying that lonely is a bad thing for everyone.
Right.
Because some people want to be lonely now. Mm-hmm. We in a space right now where everyone feels like money is the best partner you can have. Mm-hmm. But trust me, I've had money for quite a few years, and money cannot replace partnership and companionship. And that is the biggest mistake that I think is happening right now because everyone's so rich.
Yeah.
And we think that if we just have a bag, you don't need anybody.
Right.
That's a trauma response.
Ooh. Oh, Jesus.
Everyone needs someone.
Oh, Jesus. Y'all boss ladies say, not y'all, some of y'all, because you a boss lady. You know, I don't really like that term boss sometimes, though.
Yeah, I'm over that.
I mean, I'm free. I be hearing like, oh, you a boss, you a boss.
Bosses tell people what to do. Leaders show people how to do things. Call me a leader. Call me a girl CEO of a company.
Oh, listen, because here's my thing. If you a boss chick and I'm your man, I'm your employee. And I ain't nobody's employee.
I'm a boss at work. I'm soft at home.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not at home. I'm giving, come rescue me. I'm not like it's giving, hold me, touch me. I'm gonna listen to you. I'm a different person at home. I'm not that person. The person I am when I'm doing deals is not the woman I'm trying to be at home. I gotta unpack her before I get out the car.
Now, are you saying that just because you're at the table?
No. I'm like, go hard in business. You know, I'm go hard in meetings. I'm go hard in deals. Because as a woman, people going to try you.
Absolutely.
You know, they're going to try to offer you more than you deserve, all that stuff. That's corporate America. That's entrepreneurship. That's business. But when I go home,
you just
no, I can't be that person at home.
I know. No.
You got
Ronnie's going home, he happy.
You got to take a breather. you gotta be a different person.
Yo, you do courses. Do you do courses on how to do that right there for them ladies? God, don't. Because come on, where's she at? God, let me find. She need to look good, love God, be willing to make some money, and just be soft
at home. But also, if you take her to a meeting, she got to be able to fill out the room.
Absolutely.
She got to be able to speak up.
Yes.
If you need her to.
Absolutely.
She got to be your second set of eyes.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
But when she come home, I'm not trying to be that person now. And I think that is
we can end the show right now.
Can we just talk about like the stress that comes with that? Because I think that women right now, a lot of women are becoming bosses.
Yeah, they are.
And
they are the rising entrepreneur.
We have to know how to turn it off though. So we can tap back into our femininity. This is something I do talk to my mentees about in business because that can go home with you. And believe it or not, a lot of us and women do struggle with that because when you're handling business and then you go home, you got to take a minute. You got to sit in that car. I always tell my ladies, I'm like, just sit in the car for a few minutes, unpack it, you know, and then go home and get that love you need. Because corporate entrepreneurship, running a company, you need to go home and get loved on. You know, you want to be in that kitchen and he walk by and just slap that butt.
Yes,
Lord. You want that type of...
Come on, Ronnie.
There's no money that's going to fill that. There's no money that's going to fill that.
I don't have nothing to say. This was nowhere on my notes. This is not. Did we talk about this?
We did not. We were going to talk about branding.
And we still want to do it.
Yeah, we were talking about community building.
Yes.
My story. I'm reading your notes right now.
Yeah.
I
Listen.
actually had some written down for myself, and it was all about your audience staying authentic.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. But this right here, I mean, Ronnie, you see, and this is what I like about you. You just keep it real.
As we should.
You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you because, let's just be honest, you're successful, you're black, you're beautiful, you've built a 7-figure business, you're helping others build 7-figure businesses.
Thank you.
And it's like, to hear a woman talk like that, it encourages a lot of us men.
Yeah, and I want to stress, I'm not saying this from a I have it all together perspective.
Right.
I'm really saying this from I had to learn this.
Yeah.
From trial and error.
Yeah.
You know, when you get to a place and you want to attract certain types of men, then you have to reevaluate some things. You have to reevaluate those things like, why is this not happening, right? Am I coming off too like this, right? Do I need to tone it down? Do I need to learn how to listen better? So these things that I'm saying, these are not like, oh, I got here like this.
Right.
You know, I'm a mom. I have children. My kids are grown now.
Yeah.
But except for my 10-year-old, I had to go through trial and error to realize that there were some things I needed to change about myself.
Yeah. Well, listen, if you just now tuned into the table, man, welcome back to the table. It's your boy, Anthony ONeal, and joining me at today's table is Ronnie Brown. She is the CEO of Girl CEO. She is a branding expert and clearly just an amazing woman. And today we're just having a real honest conversation from a woman's perspective on wealth building, on her story. And we're about to dive in now on really how to build out the passion project that can create you some passive income. But before we go there, Ronnie said something earlier, and I said something earlier that I believe that men, specifically black men, we need to step up our income, right? So we can be providers, because we do know ladies want emotional security and financial security. And so while we are building, while we are growing, let's be working on that. And the best way to work on that, one of the best ways, is to take advantage of the tech field. The tech field is one of the rising fields out there that is creating millionaires, that is helping them pay off debt. But check this out. Only 3% of the people who work in the tech field are black.
Wow.
And so I partnered with an organization called Bethel Tech. And this organization came to me, and I came back to them and said, listen, I want to do this, but I want to make sure that it is affordable for my tribe. And so this program is a 9-month program, and the average student who graduates from this program has a job within about 30 to 60 days, is making anywhere from $65,000 to $100,000 when they get their first job, and then they start going up. And so this program is very, very affordable, and you get a $1,500 scholarship just for being a part of my tribe. And so I'm going to drop the information in the show notes because, hey, listen, we hear Ronnie, and she's like, yo, Ronnie. And Ronnie's saying, yo, listen, it's for both. Men need to come to the table with finances. Ladies need to come to the table with finances. So if you're watching this, man or woman, and you're saying, okay, cool, how do I do that? I need to get some education. Where should I go? Get into the tech field. Facebook is tech. All this tech stuff is crazy. And making a lot of wealthy people right now.
It really is.
And so go to AnthonyONeal.com/Bethel, AnthonyONeal.com/Bethel. I'll drop the information in the show notes. And tell them that your boy Anthony ONeal sent you, and my boy Ryan or whatever take good care of you. And I promise you, you'll thank me later. And I also think, from my tribe, close to 200 students already within 60 days have signed up for the program. So wow. I appreciate y'all. Y'all keep winning, keep going. And I love it. I'm kind of thrown off right now because Ronnie over here dropping all these jewels. And she's over here talking all this good stuff that I've been trying to tell the ladies. And y'all clap back on me when I say this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now Ronnie clap back is going to be different from my clap back. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all say something to Ronnie, she may just, I don't know. But
I'm not.
Ronnie, you've built a successful business. You've created some passive income, right? And you have income coming from all different places.
I diversify for sure.
But you're passionate about all of them.
Yeah.
And so I want to spend the last, a little bit of time on this show talking about how can we build out passion projects that generates passive income for us.
Yeah.
how do we do it? I'm taking up my notes because I mean I have no problem learning, and you already talked all this good stuff about when she walk in the kitchen just.
Well, the first thing that I would say is that you have to do things that you actually love versus what appears to be trendy and profitable at the moment.
Okay.
Because things that are profitable, they change. Few
Okay.
years they're profitable, few years later they aren't. So when you're doing things that you actually enjoy, that is going to be the gas that fuels your tank
Yep.
when you don't want to get up in the morning.
And what are things you actually enjoy?
I love entrepreneurship. I
Yep.
love developing and building and strategizing with people on their ideas and helping them turn those ideas into actual functioning, profitable businesses. That's
Yeah.
the first thing. I do that all day. People call me, what do you think about this? And I'm like, well, I think you should do this and this and this and that. That's my thing. Like, I love, it's like a mastermind for me. Like, I just love strategizing with people to help them turn those dreams into like real businesses, you
Right.
know? That's the first thing. The second thing I love is beauty and fashion. I'm a
Okay.
woman.
Okay.
I've always been in that field. My first business was a beauty line, right? I love taking care of myself.
Yeah.
So I'm a mom. I have children, and I've always taken care of myself. I still take care of my skin. I still take care of my hair.
Yeah.
I work out. Like, that's very important to me because I feel like when I look good, I feel good,
That's true.
right?
That's for all of us.
So that's something that I'm passionate about.
Okay.
And just pouring back into the community.
Yeah.
So I work with a lot of women to build their businesses. I work with a lot of women to help them become comfortable being themselves. Right now online, you could see someone doing something this week and you just feel like, I should be doing that. Where now God gave you something else, right? It's not, don't look at her feed and, oh, her pictures look like this. All of them have this filter on and it's so cohesive and maybe I should do this. No, maybe you should just be you. And I feel like I am called right now to just help more people feel comfortable being themselves.
Yeah.
Because I make money being my damn self.
Yeah.
And that's my thing. And I feel like more people need to tap into that. So building those communities, but being able to make money from an authentic space.
And I'll be honest and transparent on my show, right? I've never said this anywhere. So this is the first time I've ever said this. But you said something that's very real. Be committed to being your authentic self, right? And not really, and doing your own thing. You know what's so funny? In my space, I'm oftentimes compared to Earn Your Leisure. And they're like, yo, you should be doing this, and you should be having them on your show too. You should be doing over there. Like, yo, you should be. And man, I let that get to my head one season.
Wow.
And I was like, yo, you're right. I should be. I got this. I'm a bestseller. I sold all this, da. And the next thing I know, I started now, my brothers.
Yeah.
Like, now I started comparing myself to them.
Wow.
And I was like, what the hell are you doing, Anthony?
Well, let me just say this. Shout out to Troy and Rashad.
Those are my people.
Those are my brothers.
Yeah.
They're amazing at what they do. And I just feel like nobody can do it like them. They
Nobody.
have their own flavor.
Absolutely.
Right? They're untouchable when it comes to the amount of value that they give out. The thing that separates Earn Your Leisure from a lot of other people, and I'm definitely just going to say shout out to Troy. Troy was just one of those people where I was trying to do something in the stock market, and he was like, I think they were in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And I called Troy up, and he literally answered the phone long distance. He's in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Right? And he walked me through the whole play, the bid, the ask, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And one of the things that stood out to me about that conversation with Troy was that he said, okay, Ronnie, he said, I taught you this. He said, I have one ask for you. And I said, what is it? Just let me know. He said, just promise me that when you teach this to someone else, you will not charge them. That right there, it made me have a different level of respect.
Absolutely.
For Troy and Earn Your Leisure, because they give away so much information.
Absolutely.
That could be courses and classes, but they give it away for free. And they're always putting other people, in the forefront.
Absolutely.
Shout out to all of my people in Atlanta, Troy, Rashad, Tribe. All of them. I love them. I love everything they're doing. Justin. So many of my brothers are up there.
You got David.
Kiana, David.
Yep.
I love them all because they're just different. So I just believe that we're all special.
Absolutely.
And we have our souls. And I think that you are totally different.
Night and day.
Yeah, totally different. Even different personality, you know?
And my assignment is different.
Yeah. You're very, let me make sure that you have a few mil in your portfolio.
Absolutely.
But I think they're, the way that they teach, they are the people who, they are like the liaisons. They're like the Harriet Tubmans.
Dude,
like they're going to
killing.
lead you to the person that can get you free.
You right there. Yep.
In whatever area that you want to get free in. So I just think that we got to stop that. And you know what I always just make sure I do when people call me like that? I would say, well, who are you most comparable to?
Ooh.
Who are you most comparable to? Because, you know, what I notice is that when Black people are doing successful things, people love to turn you against or try to put you up against someone who's doing just as great.
Facts.
Right? But they really do it to get in your head.
Facts.
They really do it to cause you to question yourself.
Yeah.
And what you have to do is you have to have the power of discernment. Like, who's sending this person?
Yeah.
Because sometimes the devil be using people and they don't even know they're being used.
You talking good, bro. You talking good.
They don't even know they're being used.
Some of y'all watching right now being used right now by the devil. You don't even know.
Yeah, for sure. So someone will call you and say, oh, what do you think about this person?
Yes.
Or do you see what this person doing? I don't even believe they believe it. No, they deserve all this hype. It's like, no, they work their behinds off to get where they are.
Man,
you have no clue.
You can tell. They work their ass off.
Yeah, they work their tails off to get to where they are. And then you come here thinking they got lucky. Let me just stress this. There is no one who is successful that got lucky. You're seeing year 12, year 10. You know, I think about Troy. Troy was a teacher.
Yeah.
You know, if you know Rashad's story, he had a few businesses that did not succeed. Fashion brand online, a lot of different things. You don't know these people's stories.
Man, listen. You talking good. Literally.
So don't try to pin me up against my brother. What you going to, how about we collaborate?
Listen.
How about we do a joint podcast with all 4 or 5 of us at the table and it just goes crazy?
Man,
like, I redirect people very quickly.
I had to. I mean, I did their show last year, man. I was like, I love those guys. And what they're doing is absolutely amazing. And I just tell people all the time, it's like, yo, when you really focus on your assignment,
yes,
you know what I'm saying? That's when God can trust you. It's like, I wasn't being a good steward of my gifts, of my platform by trying to worry about somebody else's gifts and platform, because God fearfully and wonderfully made all of us. And God was like, well, you're not stewarding your gifts well because you're worried about your brother and your sister that I also made. But it was like, when I started really focusing on me and my purpose, listen.
Put them blinders on.
God was good.
Listen, when a horse is racing, you don't never see no horse doing this.
Don't.
He got the blinders on for a reason, because if you looking left to the right, it's going to slow you down. But if that head is straight on, baby, that's how you win the race. We got to stop looking at other people. And then we also have to redirect people.
Absolutely.
Because in all of the seasons of my life, I'm going to be straight with you. Every time I found myself around people who were doing an amazing thing, there is just always this little demon that comes in that tries to tell me, well, be careful, you know, watch out. Or do you think this person is as good as you are? How did they get to this level of success? And it was normally the person that was delivering the message that I had to watch out for. Not the person who was doing great things. That person was sent to cause us to go against each other. And I had to abort the mission and say, go back where you came from.
Ooh, boy, right, Ronnie. Okay. All right, so to go from how to build passion projects that can produce income, number one, you said do things you love, not things that are trendy or profitable right now, because you can turn it into profit. What's number 2?
Number 2 is to think about what you can do that does not require you to go get a loan.
Now you're talking my language.
Yeah. Things, because, you know, I meet so many entrepreneurs that are starting businesses, and the first thing that they want to do is go get in debt.
Ronnie.
And I'm sitting there like, why are we going to get in debt? Why is that the first thing? Why do we need $100,000 loan? Why do we need a $500,000 loan. So what I try to do is I try to think about things that we can do to create income, to fund the business. Sometimes that's a service, right? Sometimes the most valuable thing you have is your time. So sometimes you have to give that away, right, to make some money to fund the business. And to all my ladies out there, a lot of women are trying to start businesses. Well, sell some of them clothes in your closet. Don't let that ego, don't get in the way. Don't let that get in the way where you feel like, oh, if I start selling stuff, I look broke. Sell it. You're never going to wear it again, right? Start that closet on Etsy or whatever those different apps are. Sell some things, you know. Cut your hair off. Do your hair yourself. That was a joke.
Don't do it. I was about to say, don't do your own hair.
No, seriously. Let me just say this. When I was restarting my life,
Right.
there were a few things I did.
Okay.
I stopped going to get my nails done. When I say get them done, I mean like gel, powder, like that kind of stuff. You probably don't know what I'm talking about.
I do
but
not.
the women know.
Okay.
I had to go get a manicure. And I just kept my nails manicured because the gel and the powder, that was running me, you know, getting my fingers and my toes done. That can run you about $300 every 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
So we got to start cutting back. What can you cut back on that you really don't need? Maybe the eyelashes, right? Maybe the weaves, because that hair adds up. When I was wearing weave, you know, that the bundles are expensive.
Absolutely.
So we have to cut things back so we can get our money right, and then we can use that money to invest in our businesses. You got to do a closet sale. Do a closet sale. There's nothing wrong with doing a closet sale.
You just hurt some of the ladies' feelings right now.
Why? What's wrong with doing a closet sale?
I agree with you.
Kim Kardashian does a closet sale.
Kim doesn't do no closet sale, right?
Yes, she does. She has a page where they resell. She resells her clothes.
Are you serious? The clothes that she won't wear again.
The clothes that she will not wear again. Sometimes you got to get outside your pride. So number 2 is doing something that can create the income. Okay, right?
Okay. All right.
And then the last thing is find out what a need is for the people around you, to your audience.
Okay. All right.
Discovering that need.
All right.
All right. Now, this is what I see really often. We start businesses based on what we want,
Yep.
what we like, the vision that we put inside of our head. Now, what I've learned is that so many people miss out on an opportunity to create that 6- and 7-figure brand because their ego won't allow them to ask their audience, what do you want from me? What do you want?
Yeah.
We jump out and we start businesses and we give people what we've always wanted to give people.
Yeah.
But have we taken the time to ask the people who are in our audience, the people who follow us online, do we survey our audience to say, what do you want from me? What do you like most? What type of content, even down to content, what type of content would you like to see, right? When it comes to business, what should I provide? What would you like more from me? And then let them tell you.
Yeah.
Because they are the consumer.
Yeah.
I see so many entrepreneurs stuck with products, stuck with inventory, right? Because they've started things that people really didn't follow them for. But you don't have a clue because you don't want to ask.
You never did a survey in the beginning.
Because people think that asking for feedback in business makes you look like a rookie.
But you see vets do it all the time.
Oh, vets don't do anything but survey their audience. To a point that if the audience says, I want something, they'll do a pre-sale to ensure that you actually want it. Put your money where your mouth is.
Yep. All right, Ronnie. I record 1 week out of the hotel. You can come be the co-host. Yo, listen, I mean, go home, have a conversation with the fam. You know, just come be the co-host. But honestly, Ronnie, this is probably one of the best conversations I've had in a while. For the people watching right now, I know the ladies are saying, yo, okay, wait, who is she? Where can I get her stuff? What do you offer our ladies? So I know you have the Girl CEO. So you're literally teaching them how to do what you're doing.
Yes, and we have a community. It's called CEO Society. Okay. That's our community. Okay. You all can follow us and check us out at Join CEO Society. But I also have a plant-based beauty and wellness brand for women. It's
Okay.
called Holistic. You all can find
I feel a
us,
little left out.
at Shop Holistic, but you can definitely use our skincare products.
Does it really work for men though?
It does. I have a lot of guys who use their skincare. Tyree, shout out to Tyree, uses our skincare. He's really funny. He's a comedian on
Yeah.
Instagram. He's hilarious.
I know.
A lot of guys buy from us. You know, candles, all that
Check
good
it out.
stuff.
Keep my
But
skin right.
ladies, that I have Holistic. And, those are just my two things. I love helping women get money, but I also want to remind women to take care of themselves in the process.
Love it. Love it. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to drop all of her information, her skincare, her... wait, is your course live?
Yes. Yeah, so I didn't even talk about that.
I know what I'm saying, because that course fire now.
Yeah,
but you
we
don't
have the
allow
brand
men in the
Rehab.
course, though.
We do. I have guys that are in that course. It's called the Brand Rehab.
Yes.
And it is a 6-week program
Yeah.
that really helps you get unstuck, build your brand, tell your story, automate your business, grow on social media, and how to organically track leads. So you get to work with me for 1 month and 2 weeks in a very small group setting. It is not like other courses where you have, 10,000 people in there one time. It is very intimate. I actually cap it off to no more than 40 people a month.
40 people a month.
Because I want to get to know the people that come in my program. And they actually get to talk to me and ask me questions. And we look at their businesses and, what's working, what's not working. So it's more, I wanted to create an environment that was what I needed when I was starting my business. And I needed someone to hold my hand.
We're going to put all this in the show notes. I mean, Ronnie has so much going on, but one of the main reasons why I brought her onto the show is because I remember driving home from dropping off my dog at training, and I called Ronnie, and when I was just getting to know a little bit more of her in the ins and outs of her company, she was like, yo, Anthony, I don't really care. I don't want like 2,000 students because I really want to impact everyone that comes into my program. And when she told me the cost of her program, I was like, yo, Ronnie, what? Ronnie, what are you doing? She's like, Anthony, I want it affordable, but I also want it enough to where they're going to feel it so they'll show up. But then also she really wants to talk to everyone inside of it. She has a heart for her people. She kind of reminds me of, actually, we're friends with Rob. Like, both of them are like, yo, I really want to see the best for my community.
Shout out to Rob.
That's my guy, you know?
And I think that even with what we were talking about, I want to just stress, like, make sure y'all care about people.
Absolutely.
Because the money can get you blinded. Like, take the time to care about people.
Yeah.
And when people know that you care about them and their success, a lot of people say, well, why did we were sitting here, I didn't even talk about my coaching program. You know why? Because so many people refer people to my program because they know that I have a heart. Yeah. So they're like, hey, what's the website? I'm like, okay, this is a website, but I don't have to do that.
So good.
Because people are doing that on my behalf.
And I just did it on her behalf because I believe in what she's doing. And y'all, I did it because I like it. I really do like it. And I want y'all to get into it. And I like it so much to where I didn't even ask her, can I be an affiliate? Because I want her to get all her money. So no, I'm not going to be an affiliate. So I'm not getting paid for it because I genuinely do believe in what she's doing. And she deserves more money, which is why I'm like, I ain't going to take none of your money. I don't want that because she loves people. I just want her and my girl, Sarah J. Sarah J got the Woman Evolve.
Love Sarah.
I blame Sarah. You know what I'm saying? If you're watching this, Sarah, both of y'all need to stop only worrying about women. Sarah, we need a man evolve. Torre was just on the show a couple of weeks ago, and I said, Torre, tell your wife, I need a man evolve. And I told Ronnie, help the brothers out. So we're going to drop her information in the show notes. Check it out. Go get in the course, ladies. If you really want to build something, rock with Ronnie. And I'm telling you right now, her IG is, you don't know what's coming next, but you will get inspired and you will get some information. And brothers, if you go to her IG.
Make sure y'all trying to sign up for the class.
All I'm going to say is,
Make sure y'all trying to sign up for the class.
Just come correct. That's all I'm saying. Don't do the DMs. I'm trying to give y'all a warning right now. Don't do the DMs. That's just... You may not like the response. May not like the response there, brother. But We appreciate y'all. Listen, love you all. Please hit the subscribe button. Make sure to check out all of the partners of today's show, which is not BetterHelp. It is Bethel Tech and Churchill Mortgage. I'll drop the information below, and I will also have Ronnie's information below as well. Love you all. I'll see you on the next show. Peace out.
Bye, guys.